Every year during the Spring Festival, as a single person, I face the same dreaded challenge, the marriage pressure from my parents. And what's worse, this pressure doesn't give me any room to breathe, especially for the LGBTQ plus folks. The new year feels more like a pretend to be happy performance. At the family dinner table, everyone's chatting and laughing, happily dishing out food, while I'm over here struggling on the inside. It's that one time of the year when I'm hit with the marriage pressure so hard. It feels like a ton of bricks. My parents, all caring and concerned, ask, "Why didn't you bring a girlfriend this year? Are you just too busy with work? Don't worry, it's the new year. Take it easy and maybe find someone, get into a relationship, get married." And in my head, I'm just thinking, can I get a little time to figure out if I want to date or just survive this conversation? As a gay person, this kind of pressure is just brutal. You know, the core values in Chinese families are pretty simple: get married, have kids, and carry on the family line. Every year during the Spring Festival, relatives bombard me with these three things, like it's the only script that exists. If I told my parents, "Hey, I like men," I bet their faces would be as shocked as if I just won a $10 million lottery. They would probably say something like, "Are you in a cult?" Or even worse, "Are you sure you are normal?" And once you actually try to come out, facing their reactions, you realize you've been living in a world where it's like, "Mom won't get it," and you can't blame her. In their eyes, either you are unmarriageable or they can't even imagine someone could be gay. Their mindset is like an old radio that can't pick up your frequency, only static. It's seriously suffocating. So to avoid family drama and social pressure, some people in the LGBTQ plus community go for something called arranged marriage. Sounds fancy, right? But it's basically just marrying for the sake of parents. You find a woman, typically a lesbian, pretend you are the perfect happy couple, and then both of you go back to living with your same-sex partners. Everyone pretends everything is fine. It lets you escape the marriage pressure from your parents, save face, but still get to enjoy your freedom afterwards. The downside, behind all that pretending, there's a ton of lying to cover it up, and your parents keep pushing you to have kids. It's basically a never-ending mental game. There's the huge gap between what society expects and what we actually feel. Every year when I'm sitting at a family dinner, even though there's food and warmth, it always feels like there's this weight on my shoulders, especially for those of us who are constantly being pressured to get married. I think everyone deserves to be themselves, not shoved into a marriage just because that's what's expected. I really hope that one day parents will stop seeing marriage as the one and only goal for their kids and start accepting that everyone has their own way of living and finding happiness. Until that day comes, people like me who are a little different will just keep feeling trapped in this cycle of fake marriages.